Yo, what's up, YouTube, man? I had to do a video on this one, man. Listen, we got a game coming up this week with the Chicago Bears, which is what we should be talking about. Also, the Dallas Cowboys have a game coming up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And what happens, lo and behold, I look and you see Micah Parsons on a podcast with Von Miller, the guy who he really should be compared to. They like to compare him to Lawrence Taylor. They just skip over Von Miller, which is disrespectful. They skip over Derek Thomas. They skip over, a whole bunch of pass rushers to say he's Lawrence Taylor. Listen, I love Micah Parsons, man. He's a guy that I watched at Penn State, a guy that I wanted the Eagles to draft. Though I'm not mad about taking Devontae Smith. Wide receiver was a need. Devontae's a keeper. Anyway, man, listen, I partially feel bad for Micah, man. You understand, Micah is a guy I have a soft spot for. Not only because he played for Penn State, and he's a guy that is just a great player, and I'm a fan of the game. But I feel sorry for him because he grew up around here. You understand, he's from Harrisburg, which means the way he talks like us up here. He moves and carries himself like us. So part of him, he thinks like us. So I get where you're coming from. He talks shit. That's part of our culture. We some shit talking dudes up here. And we some of the best shit talkers. I don't know too many people that can out talk, a Philly native or a Harrisburg guy. That's why him and Shady McCoy are pretty similar. They from the same town, same type of guy, you know what I mean? From the same culture. As in Northeast, this area, Philly metro area. All right, so that's him. But what are you talking? Is it Jalen Hurts or is it team in the scheme? I don't know. And I don't really give up. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, when Joe Montana had, I'm not even going back that far. We ain't going back that far with you. How about this? How about Micah? You just look at Dak Prescott, right? Dak Prescott 2016, Dak Prescott 2017 wasn't the same Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott 2016 comes into a situation that's tailor-made for Tony Romo. He has Dez Bryant. At the moment, I forget the other receiver was, but he has Jason Witten still. He had Ezekiel Elliott comes in with him. He had the best offensive line in the league. Whoa, lo and behold, Cowboys win 13 games. Lo and behold, Dak Prescott pretty much rookie of the year numbers, along with Ezekiel Elliott, rookie of the year type numbers. Why do you think that is? You think it's because Dak Prescott is just so great, fabulous, fantastic? Or is it because he has help? I guess we'll never know. Bottom line is they won 13 games, went to the playoffs, and I believe that's the year where Dez, the in question catch, happened and all of that, and they lost, right? That's just the way it goes. What is the objective? Do you want to take away a guy's weapons and put trash around him to find out if he's good? How would he be good? Football is a game that is it is a dependent game. Every single position on the field, and this excludes the quarterback, is dependent on the performance of the guy next to him. The center is dependent on the guards. The guards have to work in union with the tackles. The quarterback is dependent on the line to protect him. The receivers are dependent on the quarterback to throw the ball to him. The quarterback is dependent on the receivers getting open, winning at the line of scrimmage, and holding on to the football. If they don't hold on to the football, they don't win at the line of scrimmage, the quarterback's numbers are going to reflect that. Okay? So, it's silly. It's ridiculous. And I know where it comes from. It comes from this idea of a force multiplier. And there's this weird term that I heard Coach Mangini say. He may have learned it from Belichick, probably, the idea of a force multiplier. It kind of came in around with Tom Brady, because Tom Brady has won Super Bowls with what is perceived to be lesser talented receivers. Early on, he had the guy that they used to put at cornerback sometimes as a receiver. He had Kevin Falk, who was probably really his best weapon, along with some of the tight ends he had before Gronk came, right? So the perception was, Tom Brady is his force multiplier, and he's able to win by making receivers good, by throwing them open and all of this kind of stuff, and that this is now the standard for quarterback. And I'm telling you, all that shit is dumb. It's dumb. Who cares if your quarterback needs, great weapons or not? No, every GM should be getting the quarterback the best line he can get him, should be getting him the best receivers he can get him, and all of that, because your goal should be the Super Bowl. It's stupid to think that you're going to go out there with just a quarterback with all this talent, trash receivers, and think you're going to defeat the other teams. It's not going to happen. There's times you're going to run up against secondaries that have better athletes than you have on offense. So what is a quarterback to do? I don't care how accurate he is. I don't care how on time he is. If he doesn't win at the line of scrimmage, it don't mean shit. Doesn't mean anything. So this is all this to say. All right. This is the reality. You have to give every quarterback the credit they deserve when they succeed, simply because the key to a successful quarterback or a successful offense in general is the quarterback working symbiotically with the rest of the team. Let me say that again. The quarterback is to work symbiotically with the rest of the team. When the quarterback steps up, he receives a play. A play has a intended way to function. The intended way to function is basically when the receiver makes that cut. If he wins at the line of scrimmage and he makes that cut, the quarterback should be releasing that ball so that when the receiver turns around, the ball is right there and he catches it. That's what people refer to as the proper timing. What you want is your quarterback to have that part down, to have that system mastered, to have it going on. So when it comes to Jalen Hurts and any other successful quarterback, one has to give him credit for mastering the particular offense he is running, period. If he doesn't have if he's not doing the proper reads at the line of scrimmage with regards to the defense, and if he's not releasing the ball when it's supposed to be released, placed where it's supposed to be placed, according to the timing and in lockstep with the intent of the called play, then it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So at least he got to get credit for that. And you're talking about a season right now where Jalen Hurts was expected or was needed to simply just become a average to above average pocket passer, because we already know he can do the all script shit. He can run, take off. He can throw from the right. He can throw from the left better than he used to now, so long as he sets his feet and sticks to his fundamentals. We already knew he could do all script stuff. Can he run a functioning offense? And one can't even say it's just the system, because every play is not an RPO on the Eagles team. There's oftentimes he's dealing with an empty backfield, and he's dropping dimes in an empty backfield. Micah Parsons, right? He sees all that shit. I already know. Micah knows the boys good. I'm guessing what he has to do, or what he feels he has to do, is hype his team up so that way, they're not afraid of Jalen Hurts, because what they're seeing is probably got them a little bit scared, a little bit fearful, especially. And this is the other thing I want to address. I saw earlier on, I think it's the show called Get Up, where you had Foxworth, you had Chris Canty, the ex-defensive end giant, and the sister Kimberly Martin and Greeny on their show. And they're bringing up, okay, Micah Parsons can talk, because when they're lined up on Christmas Eve, they ask the question, who's the best player on the field? And two of them say Micah Parsons is the best player on the field. This is the first thing I want to. Micah Parsons is not the best player on the field. when the Eagles and the and Dallas line up. No. The correct view, Micah Parsons is the best athlete on the field when the Eagles and the Cowboys meet up. You gotta understand, there's a couple of aspects to football play. A major asset is to be the most athletic guy, meaning you're the fastest, you can probably jump the highest, you can just do all those different things, right? You tackle. He's the best athlete. He's not the best player yet. Right now, I got guys on my offensive line who haven't given up a sack in 2 years, and they face Micah Parsons. That's a man named Lane Johnson. All right? I got Kelsey. I got Mailata, who was a rugby player turned offensive lineman. Okay? Who got something to say about that. I got A.J. Brown on my team. And yes, I got Jalen Hurts on that team. Hurts right now is the best player out of the two teams. Dak Prescott has a chance to disprove that. He'll have a chance. He get up there. So far this year, he has not been the better quarterback than Jalen Hurts. I got one guy right now who's in the driver's seat for MVP. That's the best player on that field because it's more than just athleticism to football. We proved that the first time we dealt with Micah. Micah has not yet gotten the mental part of the game down yet. He hasn't. That's the first time he saw that, where he basically let him go, let him free, let him make a decision. Just that split second while he's thinking it's too late. You got to make a decision. You got to make the right decision the first time. Right now, he's not on Jalen Hurts' intellectual level when it comes to the game of football. Micah Parsons is a better athlete than everybody. He might be the best athlete in the league. Sometimes being the best athlete is enough to be the best player. But oftentimes, it is not. He's the best athlete, not the best player. So we got that out the way. I love it though. Overall, I mean, it's bullshit what he's talking. I think he knows it's bullshit. But overall, there was a time when I thought the Cowboys would probably take that game on the 24th. Not because they're the better team, no. But I felt the Cowboys being at home, having revenge on their mind and revenge in their hearts, and having them needing this game hard, needing it, really needing it, just a little bit more than we kind of needed. I thought Dallas has a good chance of possibly taking it. And, it's tough to defeat a playoff team at home. So I was going to give them that amount of respect. Now that their players just can't keep their mouth shut. DeMarcus Lawrence got to talk shit. Now you got Micah Parsons got to talk shit. Now, I got us going in there and whipping their ass. Because it's not even about Jalen Hurts being angry, feeling like he got to prove something. Those offensive linemen that Parsons got to deal with, they don't like that shit. They don't like you talking shit about their leader, dog. They don't like that shit talking about their leader, man. And it got a chance to get real ugly. Man. Because every time we got a game coming up with the Cowboys, one of their players just can't keep their damn mouth shut. Gotta talk shit. Gotta make it a little bit extra. Why would you talk shit on a team that's better than your team? Stop with the delusion that your team is better. The Cowboys do not have the better team on paper at all. All right? Your defense is not even the better defense, okay? Right now, you've been overtaken in sacks. We lead the league in sacks right now. Not y'all. Before, that was y'all thing. Y'all couldn't sack the Texans at all. You couldn't sack the Texans. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all couldn't sack the Texans. Couldn't get not one sack. We got 7 in the last game. 7. And probably going to add to it against Chicago. You're going to sack Fields. Young ball. So we got the better defense. Y'all got one cornerback. How many times I got to tell you? You got one cornerback. We have 3 receivers. Who going to stick Devontae Smith if you decide to put Diggs on? I don't even think Diggs can stop AJ himself. Only thing with Diggs, I respect him, is your pass has to be on time and has to be accurate, or he'll make you pay, right? But I don't think Diggs is like a master shutdown guy when it comes to sticking route runners. I think Devontae can eat him up. I think I know AJ can out-muscle him. All right? Y'all got one cornerback. What's the other guy going to do? Who the guy, Dobbs or whatever his name was, who had a good game 2 weeks ago? None of them had a good game against the Texans. But the good game 2 weeks ago against my receiving core, running backs catching balls out the backfield, all the shit we do. Listen, I hope them boys is ready to back up with Micah talking. Micah talking spicy, but I get it. He grew up around here. Deep down, he kind of an Eagles guy. He is, deep down, he kind of is. I get it. You know what I mean? But 24th is coming, man, and now you done gave bulletin board material to a team that's already the best. I don't know, man. I'm out. Please like and subscribe. Peace.